y'all, it's Megan here, back with another video. Today I am here with my April wrap-up. Okay, so in the month of April, I read 9 books. Okay, I did 7 physical copies and I listened to 2 audiobooks. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna start with the audiobooks that I listened to. Okay, so the first audiobook that I listened to in the month of April was When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This was a beautiful memoir by Paul, and it is really about a neurosurgeon who basically goes through his life, goes through his childhood, and at the age of 35, he got lung cancer, and it was really, really aggressive. So he guides us through his journey of having cancer, but still being a neurosurgeon and the difficulties that faced. And it was amazing. I listened to it. It was definitely parts in it that had me in my feelings, had me feeling some type of way, or whatever the case is. This book was very, very, very sad, but so good. All right, so the first book I did read, the first physical book that I did read in the month of April is The Sisters Are Alright, Changing the Broken Narrative of Black Women in America by Tamara Winfrey Harris. I love this book. I relate to this book very well, mainly because I am a Black woman. And Tamara made some really, really valid points. I like this book mainly because it was short, but it had a lot of information in it. It basically compared the past and the present on why society viewed Black women the way that they do. And this was an awesome book. I gave this book 4 stars. I gave When Breath Becomes Air 4 stars as well. So these, I love. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so the next book that I read was Toni Morrison, God Help the Child, my YouTube BFF, skinny girl, fat hair. I put her onto this book after I read it because, God. Listen, this book was amazing. Amazing. This is as if you know Toni Morrison, this is a book that deals with some really heavy issues. The next book I read was a financial book called Rich Bitch. Yes, Rich Bitch. It's basically a simple 12-step plan for getting your financial life together. And this basically educates you on finances. And it's put in such layman's terms in regards to investing, stocks, your retirement. I am in a generation that Social Security is not guaranteed. So I need to make sure I'm setting up a financial plan so when I become age of retirement, I'm not struggling. This book will teach you that. It will help you recognize some habits that you may have. It may also what I loved about it is that she tells you like how much money you really should be spending, and if you're overspending in certain aspects in your life. So this was also a 5-star read for me. The next book that I read was Modern Romance by Aziz Ansari. He is a comedian from what I know. And basically what this book is about is dating in today's world. Awesome. It made me really, really think, and I related to it a lot. It talks about Tinder. It talks about all the online dating. It talks about social media. It talks about dating in different cultures. It talks about so many things. And the one thing that I did take away from this book is that even though you have so many options in today's world in regards to dating, take your time and invest in someone before you move on to the next one. And I gave this book a 3 stars just because it was a little draggy in some part. And also it did have some really, really good humor in it. Really, really good humor. I would like to see him in stand-up. The next book, as you can see, is extremely tabbed up, is You Are a Badass. This is a self-development book. And it helps you basically break whatever habits that you may have. It states on how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. This was my book club read. This book is definitely a slow read. This is definitely something you want to digest. You definitely is a lot of things in here that it makes you think, and it makes you want to change certain habits. And the one thing that I did definitely take away, and that has stuck with me since I read this book about 3 weeks ago, is to love yourself. Regardless of anything that you're going through, love yourself. Now, the other audiobook that I listened to was The Beautiful Struggle, A Father, Two Sons, and an Unlikely Road to Manhood by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I love Ta-Nehisi Coates. I love him. I read Between the World and Me last year, and that book still sticks with me. This is like, in Between the World and Me is a letter from Ta-Nehisi to his son. And this one is more so like a memoir of him growing up and how his father raised him, his interaction with women, the consciousness, his interaction with his siblings. It was just an awesome book. The next book that I read was Love, Style, and Life by Garance Dore. This is a interesting memoir. Okay, she is a fashion blogger, photographer, and she tells us how she came up with her style. She talks about love. She gives you fashion tips. She helps you find your style. And I really, really like this book. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. The last book. This book right here. Listen. The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. The prequel to the Throne of Glass series. As this book had me so captivated. Selena is everything, and I think I like it because Anne-Marie, Books Beauty Anne-Marie, I think that's her name on here, she made a mention of this, that she thinks you should read this first to get a better understanding of Selena, because if you go right into Throne of Glass, it kind of seems like she's just whatever. But I understand why she is the way that she is. I understand why she's in the place that she's in. And I cannot wait to start Throne of Glass. As you can see, it's right there. So that would definitely be read in the month of May. Okay, guys, that is it. That is the end of my April wrap up. And I hope you like it. Let me know if you read any of these books. Let me know of your opinion of any of these books. Off of these books, do you have any recommendations on what other books that I should read? Because I'm in a book buying frenzy. Right now, I had to restrict myself, and I'm on a book ban until after my son's birthday, which is May 16th. After that, I am going crazy in regards to buying books. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Alright, so guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you in the next one.